Welcome to icCube's introductory video on data filtering and navigation. This video will show how to create interactions among your widgets. To do so, icCube uses events. icCube is based on the standard query language for multidimensional analysis, MDX, and thanks to its structure, data drill downs are very powerful as they allow you to access granular underlying data, ensuring correct results even in very complex data relation cases. Navigating into your data can be done in several ways. MDX filters, clicking on a or several elements of a list. Selection or chart events, when clicking on a row, column, or cell of a chart, one or several other charts are updated. And drill down, when clicking on a row, column, or cell of a chart, data of the same chart will break down into details. Let's start with MDX filters. Under Filters and Tools, drag and drop and edit an MDX filter widget. Fill it in with the data. The hierarchy year, for instance, displays the list of years contained on your data. Here we have a tree filter with the all members, so we can drill down into all levels of the calendar dimension. When creating an MDX filter, the On Selection field under the Events tab will be automatically filled in. Let's change this default name to Date. What does this mean? Date, in this case, is the event's name. This name is entered on the On Selection field as it is the action to select. Click on something or tick a box of one or several members of your list. This click will produce the filtering action on other widgets. Remember, I just changed the default event name of this filter to Date. It allows to better find it later. A good practice is to rename your filter or event as soon as you create it, so you can easily find it afterwards in case you have many filters on your dashboard. When this date filter will be applied to other widgets, this will be the name that will appear on the Data tab under Filters. Let's add this filter to the sunburst chart. Event syntaxes are written with an @ and the event's name inside curved brackets. Here I've only applied this filter to this particular widget. Instead of manually adding your filters or events to each widget, an Add to All option is available on the Filters menu. This allows to apply this filter to all widgets on your dashboard, meaning that when selecting a member of your filters list, the entire report will be updated, filtered by your selection. A filter can be filtered by another filter. Check this example of connected filters on icCube's live demo. Events and filters can be mandatory or not. Mandatory means that a chart will be waiting for an event and won't display any data before the selection or click was done. To configure this, first make sure there is no default member on your filter, or else it will use this member as, of course, the default value. Then, on the Data tab of your chosen chart, click on the wheel of the according event and select Is Mandatory Filter. Now the table is displaying nothing while there is no selection of this mandatory field. Another interaction possibility is to set the click behavior to selection. The selection of elements on a chart itself is generating a filtering action on other charts. For example, clicking on bars of a serial chart can act as filters to other charts. There are two ways to enable those clicks and selections. Let me first show you the differences. On this first serial chart, when I click on a continent, it updates the tree map next to it. Note that the name of my selection is shown on the tree map's title. On the second serial chart, I can do the same, but here multi-selection is possible, and also the coloring of my chart elements can change upon my clicks. Let's see how to set those up. Let's start with the first one. Create a serial chart. Put amount on measures and regions on rows. Go to the Events tab. Here you have on row, on column, and on cell clicks. Row and column clicks seem straightforward if we're using a table widget, but actually row and column clicks mean the axis of an MDX query, equivalently, the rows and columns on the wizard of your data tab. So if I want to set up a click according to the regions, I go to the Data tab and see that regions are defined on rows. Let's therefore set up a row click. By writing a name on one of the click fields, automatically creates the event. Now add this event to the tree map. You can also add it to the title. And you have an action as showed before. Now let me show you how to set up the other selection type that has the same action but allows for multi-selection and to change coloring upon your clicks. Proceed the same as done before. Now on the Events tab, instead of setting the event as a row click, we set it on Selection. The action will be the same, but this way it allows to set multi-selection on the Data Navigation tab and add a formatter that will change the color upon selection. Add this event to your other tree map, and let's add it as well to the title. Let me show you a different syntax that adds a text in addition to the event information. And now you can see the multi-selection and the color formatting. More event examples are available on the live demo. Let's now move to the drill down navigation. Drill downs under the Data Navigation tab allows to zoom in into the selection's details. That means that a click will generate a drill down into the data for that specific element that was selected. There are three possible drill downs: Children, MDX Expression, and User Select. Children is the standard data navigation. It will follow the hierarchical structure defined on your dimensions. An easy to understand example is time dimensions. If you have a time dimension with year, quarter, month, and day levels, by clicking on a year, it will drill down into its according quarters, then months, and days. MDX expression should be used if you want users to drill down according to a very specific path. In this example, we go from years to regions, then regions to products. User Select allows for the user to drill down according to any of the dimensions available with the path he or she chooses. Note that this navigation will give consistent results even if you have many-to-many relations. It's a very powerful feature available out of the box in icCube. Let's see how to set those three types of drill downs. First, the children drill down. Make sure to put a hierarchy containing various levels on your data definition, or else it won't work. In our case, we have the calendar hierarchy containing years, quarters, months, and days. On the Data Navigation tab, choose Drill Down as Click Behavior and Drill Down Strategy Children. Drill Down axis rows as our years are defined on rows. Filter in for Renderer allows to show where you are on your selection. Save, and the drill down is direct. Let's now do the MDX expression drill down. This requires a bit of MDX syntax and knowledge. Select MDX expression as drill down strategy and now create your custom code. We need to start with the current hierarchy, which is calendar, and note that you have the autocomplete. From the calendar, we want to see regions. and then product articles. Add IC3 drill down stop to stop the navigation. And now you have your custom drill down. Last but not least, the user select drill down, that when you click on an element, it opens the list of all available dimensions to navigate into. Just choose User Select on the Data Navigation tab. Don't forget to add the filter info render. And now you've learned how to set up all those data drill down types in icCube. Hope you enjoyed this icCube tutorial and see you next time.